Hi everyone, this is Katie and welcome to my channel. I am here today with my oldest son.
It's me.
He has been waiting for this video forever. Today we are coloring a picture that I drew on my tablet of Freddy Fazbear because the FNAF movie is coming out.
And I really have been a big fan of FNAF for like a long time, and it's been with me since like I was like 5 or even younger. I don't know. I don't even know when, but I'm just saying I've grown up enough that I can actually watch this, and I just felt like I wanted to draw it for the hype. Also, you might want to subscribe to Hallelujah 5. That's where all the banger FNAF videos are going to come eventually. When there's a new FNAF game or whatever. Anyway, let's get into it.
Alright, let's go. Okay, so as you can see, I drew this picture of Freddy Fazbear on my tablet. It's a Samsung Galaxy tablet, and I used Clip Studio Paint to do that, just so I could make the drawing easier and print it out so we could have two copies. And I decided to use my Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 wax pastels, just because I haven't used them in a while and I was just kind of missing them. So my son decided to use some colored pencils. So I also printed mine out on some textured paper. It's actually paper that's made for using dry pastel on. But I figured these would work on it too, and I just had this craving to use textured paper with these Neocolor 2s just to see what would happen. I thought maybe I could get more layers, which, maybe that's possible. I didn't really notice a huge difference, other than just the textured, how it felt when I colored on it. Which, it was nice, and everything went well, so. My son looked over while I was coloring and said, "Are those super powered crayons? I've never seen crayons do that." And I thought, well, yes, they actually kind of are super powered crayons. So I might call them that now, from now on, super powered crayons. But for those of you who don't know, Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s are actually, they're wax based, so they're kind of like crayons, but they are water soluble, so you can put water on them and use them like watercolor. I don't do that a lot. I kind of just use them like crayons because while they do lay down similar to crayons, they are much more blendable with each other, and I just really like the effects you can get with them. You can layer light colors on top of dark colors. That's probably my favorite part of them. So let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. My son is right, he has been pretty obsessed with this his whole life. And it was like the universe converged on him this weekend. He had a small part in the play at school, and he was supposed to play an animatronic, and they let him play Freddy Fazbear. The movie came out this weekend, and then we colored these pictures to make this video. So he has had a lot of FNAF in the last couple days, and he is super happy about it. We watched the movie here. at home because it came out on Peacock, and my son was like super excited. He was standing up while watching it, being excited, and that was fun to see. The movie I thought was okay. I didn't realize there was such a long story behind that game, because I have not played the games. I've just heard my son talk about them a lot. So, but yes, there's quite a long story behind it. And the movie was okay. It was entertaining to watch. It wasn't, I didn't think it was like amazing, but my son did. So I did take my time and try and get a lot of shading that I could and blending with these Neo colors done. And it was actually enjoyable, just sitting down coloring. It's like coloring with crayons, but better. My son finished his a lot sooner than mine, and it has always been somewhat difficult to get him to interested in art or coloring or anything. He's always been more interested in other things, like playing video games. So when he asked if we could do this art video together, I definitely wanted to make that happen for him. So that he could sit down and get some coloring in. And here I just blended with my finger a little bit. That works sometimes to get the colors to go together. And then after I got him all colored in, I decided that he definitely needed a background. So I pulled out my Artex Jumbo acrylic markers and started filling in the paper. This pink marker was weird. I don't know if the paint is separating or what, but it was lighter on one side than the other, so I kept shaking it, trying to fix it, but eventually I just went with it. Then I wanted to add some dots in the background, which didn't work so well at first when the paint was super wet. This part I thought really made Freddy pop, putting the white outline around him, which in some places the pink paint was definitely way too wet and started to clog my white paint pen, so I had to wait a minute. Then it worked. So if your child is bugging you to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it's okay. Go ahead and watch it. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. putting more dots in the background here. And there he is, finished. There they are side by side. Thanks for checking out my channel, watching my video, and I will see everyone next time.